Is the defensive front going to really pose for y'all from Auburn?
We haven't looked at them that much yet. We were really focused on the game we had last week, so we're going to use this week to kind of break all that down and try to form the best game plan in order to win. So I guess we'll find out after today.
I got a weird question. You're from Kentucky, so you know Kentucky, Indiana, or Kentucky, Louisville, and hoops, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now you've played in one of these.
Mm-hmm.
I know one was a fan, one was a player, but kind of compare, contrast those two things.
No comparison. Iron Bowl is a whole different level.
Did it surprise you last year, maybe the energy of the crowd and what the atmosphere was like?
Well, I took my official here 2 years ago for the 2014 Iron Bowl, so I kind of had a little bit of an idea of how it was gonna be, but it's nothing like. There's a difference between being in the stands and being on the field, so it was definitely a different experience.
Ryan Anderson kind of summed up how the defense feels about Auburn. Doesn't think very highly of them, but how does the offense feel about Auburn? Is there a genuine hate there?
We respect all of our opponents. We have a certain level of respect for everybody we play, so I'll leave it at that.
You said the atmosphere on the field. Like I was asking you, how do you compose yourself to still focus on the game? You know, not try to do too much because you know the fans are going to be going nuts. The atmosphere is so high. How do you do?
Our coaches do a really good job of making sure that we're extremely focused, extremely locked in, going into every single game, especially games like these. The number one thing that Coach Saban preaches is you can't play emotional. You can play with emotions, but you can't play emotional because that's when you start to let up on the smaller details of a play, the little things that make things happen, and turn things into big plays. So, you know, one thing that Coach Burns, our position coach, tells us all the time is be where your feet are. You know, wherever you are, all you can control is what's on the green grass, and you can't control the fans, any external factors. Can't even control what the other team does. All we can do is focus on and control what we do.
Damien, you said that there's no comparison in this rivalry from being on the field and in the stands. But when you were in the stands, was it one of those things that you go, I got to be a part of this, with what you were feeling from the crowd for that game?
Being at that game, that's definitely one of those games you look at and be like, this is one of those games is why you come here, basically. Games against Auburn, LSU, Ole Miss, those big time games, those rivalry games, those are part of the reasons why you come here, because you know when you come here, you're going to be proposed with huge challenges week in and week out, and you're going to get everybody's best game. So that's kind of why you come here.
As a running back, how much do you appreciate what Derrick Henry did in last year's Iron Bowl?
Man, I mean, your answer is as good as mine. I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen a performance quite like that. Not just from a running back, but period. I mean, I don't know. He got the ball the last 16, 17 plays of the game last year, and basically put the team on his back and kind of sealed the game. So, I mean, much respect to him. That's one of those games you kind of look at as a running back, and you go back and see if you can pick up anything from that. I mean, it was one of those performances that you would really dream of having as a running back. So, you know, all the respect in the world to him, and you know.
If you're asked to touch it 40 times, are you ready? 40 carries?
I mean, I think so. That's kind of what we train for around here. It's
Anything else?